Alright, this is really cool. This just came in today. I know I have the Cyberverse RC figure scheduled to come tomorrow, but this came in today, so I'm doing this real quick just so I can show you. This is the quote-unquote convention exclusive set from this year's Hasbro. It would have been the one at all the conventions if conventions were canceled. And thankfully I was able to get a copy of one of this exact gun. It came in this morning. This is the Quintesson Put of Judgement. What you're seeing here is the back of the box, which has this very lovely artwork showing off everything. You've got a prosecutor up here, the bailiff, the Sharkticons, Kranix. Sorry, that's not a bailiff. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But as you can see, it's a fantastic. This artwork is gorgeous. It just makes it pop. It's very good art. I normally don't show boxes, so bear with me here. I mean, it's got all this cool painting and artwork. It's a good sized box. You can see I've already taken them out. But it comes with that, which is cool. It's now we have an emblem or an insignia for the Quintessons now. So along with the mercenaries, that's a couple new added features. Here is the display box that comes with it. Let me go ahead and zoom in. Saw my combiners up top there. But it is a neat little set. It is very cool featured. You got your little throne, you got some stands, you got some sharks swimming. It definitely adds a wonderful playability. Now I do have the Optimus Primal set from a couple of years ago, which similar has a cardboard background. And this one I like just as well. Of course, the Optimus Primal one is a throne because it's the whole power of the primes, and he's sitting on that masterful throne. This one here, this reminds me of the 1980s toys. Oops, still have some of the ties in it. Being in the 80s, a lot of one of the fun gimmicks you would occasionally get is you would get play sets. And sometimes it would be full-on plastic, sometimes it would be cardboard like this. Hell, in G.I. Joe's case, they had a fucking train set at one point. But as you can see, it looks cool. I'm gonna review the figures individually here. I'm gonna try to review the figures individually. Some of them are just kind of lame and out there, but we're gonna start with the repaint figure, the one that everyone has seen before. This is the Sharkticon. It's a repaint of the Titan's Return Gnaw figure. They changed the colors. Otherwise, not much really to talk about. It's still the Sharkticon. Basic look, head there, the tail whip, the whole animal mode is the heel spurs. Nothing really to mention. I do feel that this one's actually better condition than the one that I got originally in the Titan's Return line. And I bring that up only because this was the one that I was nervous about. My original one, the pieces don't like to line up. These pieces here especially. So the fact that this works makes me very happy. The only part that doesn't like to stay in place is the tail. And that's okay. I forgive it. Let's go ahead and try to get him transformed here. As always, this is a pain in the ass to do when looking through a camera instead of, lining it up correctly. There's that wonderful distortion. I don't get how some of these other reviewers make it look so easy. Come on. But as you can see, it's a Sharkticon. And he still has the mouth that opens and shuts. Oops. That should be down further. You can actually fit smaller bots in here, such as a Prime Master, so it looks like he's eating them. Let's get ahead, make sure we get this all lined up. Turn this around. Turn this around. Now the tail plugs in. Again, this is an old figure. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. I just want to get him into the display as quickly as I can. Roar. Yum, yum, num, num. His mouth opens and shuts. You know what you're dealing with. I'm not going to bother really talking about him. But I am going to put him into the pit here so that he can wait for what's coming. Alright, next up. And this is cool. This is a brand new figure. This is the bailiff. The prosecutor. Guilty or innocent. The whole thing there. Again, he doesn't transform. He's a solid piece. However, the blast effect does come off, so you do have another blast effect figure you can use, but it's used to give him that little floating. This I didn't know was going to be like this. The head doesn't stay attached, but really not much to talk about. Now, this is one of two non-transforming parts of this, the other one being Kranix, and I'll get to Kranix when I do the Quintesson Judge in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put him here. All right, next up, we have the Bailiff. Let's go ahead and bring the camera back just a little bit. Tilt it down so you can get a little bit more view. I canceled my Alligator Con pre-order because I got the Bailiff instead. I don't really feel the need to have both. And I'm not mad about it at all because I do like this figure to a point. It is definitely one of the weaker figures I've seen in recent years. The transformation is rather simple, and as you can see, you know, his hands stand out, so he doesn't really transform or blend, but he is cool, and it has fun little gimmicks. The mouth, of course, opens. You can extend it even further, and I always have fun playing with these type of things. And again, you can fit a smaller transformer in there, or even a larger one. I have Spinister here, so yeah, you can eat them. But, you know, not really much to talk about as far as it goes. All the articulation is pretty much the same for both modes. The hands go up, down. Feet can go back to side. This can actually go forward, so you can give them a little bit more of a tilt. But really not much to talk about. Transform. Really easy. Again, go ahead and shut this. You separate this. You stand him up. You turn him around. Oops, he doesn't want to turn around. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to take out the crotch piece. So go ahead, you turn him around. He does the hokey pokey. This comes up, turns around. As you push this down, the head pops up. Fold it in. Turn that around, untab the arms, twist the hands, and voila, he is transformed. Now, he does come with accessories. He does come with this staff. I'm going to go ahead and use it to put it in his hand. You separate it, so it's not a solid piece. And you feed it through the hole, giggity, and you attach it, and now he has an axe with a mace on the end. It's really badass looking. He also comes with this dagger that's really tight in there. Unlike a lot of the other Hasbro Pulse toys, this quality control is actually really, really good. No loose joints, nothing that worries me when transforming it. I think you're supposed to keep the arms like that, but I'm just going to put them up in the back. Again, I really like it. I dig it. It's fun. And, of course, he's going to go up here. Ugh. All right. Now, where did I put the other guys? Let me go ahead and pause real quick for station identification. All right, now for the piece de la resistance, the Quintesson Judge, and his little features here. Right now, he's in this weird little tower mode. Oops, I don't have these quite right. Basically, he looks like you have some sort of holding cell, and Kranix gets put in the little cage here. Doesn't really like the same place, but it doesn't really matter. But we're going to start with Kranix, since he is in here. He's in the cage here. You open it up. Shut the cage. You don't really need it. He is non-transforming. His arms look like they're supposed to move, but they don't want to, so I'm not going to force it. So I'm just going to put him to the side. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and look at that head sculpt. It looks like Kranix. It's nice. Would have been cool if he at least had some sort of articulation, but hey, it is what it is. As far as the set itself goes, as you can see here, it is not wanting to cooperate because I'm on camera. But different parts match up. Not exactly the best alt mode I've ever seen, but I don't think the Quintessons were ever supposed to really have an alt mode. But as you can see, hey guys, not really much really to talk about with this shot here. But let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. The first thing you're going to do when you transform it, you're going to take this here. It is one of the standard ports for this whole line. And of course, because it is part of Siege and all that, it does form a ramp or some bullshit. but it's with a standard port, so you can attach it to like Skylinks or whatever. But what it is simply put, a throne. Somewhere for the Quintesson to stand and pass judgment on all of us. That goes in the back here. Stay. As you can see in the back, it looks nice. But as far as transforming this goes, this is really easy. You can take off the stupid cap that has no purpose to it for now. You can bring down the different faces. Oops, first you got to bring up the stands here. And you can store stuff in here, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Oh, one thing to talk about, and I didn't talk about this when transforming the throne. It has ports on the end, so you can actually store the Quintesson's weapon, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. So once you get all those wonderful little pieces done, now you bring down the faces. They tab in, as you can hear, I hope. You can now take the cell, put it in here. This is a good place where you can store your different smaller bots. The top here tabs in. I should have done it before I plugged it in, but who cares? Next step, and this is kind of neat. So it comes with an effects part that actually serves a purpose, unlike most other effects parts. His head fell off. So it comes with this display here, and there's a button that allows you to be able to attach it and reattach it so that he can have his floating self. Grab his head that fell off. Or rather, his skull. I wish it tabbed in. But hey, it is what it is. This is still a really cool toy. So here we go. And normally, to show the faces, you would, turn it slowly. But it comes with a cheat. It comes with this little switch here that switches the heads for you. So you can reenact all the creepiness of the Quintessons from Generation 1. Some of the guys even have moving mouse, like this dude here. And, of course, the big guy himself. Now, like I said, he does come with a weapon, which is really cool and really stupid. And I don't really know what to think about it. He comes with a little gun. You can tab it onto any one of his legs here. Or tentacles, rather. It won't go on. But it's supposed to be able to go in, tab into here. And then he can hold up a gun. Not the best toy, but we'll put it on there. But it looks great. So let's go ahead and get him onto his throne. Now, the throne has support, so you can have other guys stand on it as well. And as you can see here with the box set, doesn't really want to fit that well. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to take him out for now. Let's go ahead. I'll put Death up front, because let's face it, Death is the coolest. Maybe I can get it with the throne. It works. Last but not least, let's go ahead and put Kranix up here. Turn him around. Really should get a better chair. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom in just so you can see what this looks like. But as you can see, it's impressive. And it looks really cool. It's a really cool display. It's a really cool play feature. You can reenact one quick scene of the movie. Of course, it's not that large, so you don't really want to bother put one of your hot rods or cups in there. Or Dinobots, unless you got Slash. Slash would fit. But it is what it is. This is fun. This is a fun little toy. I'm glad I got the set and didn't have to get the individual pieces. Even though the individual pieces have different coloring. In an ideal world, I'd get 5 of the Quintessons. But let's face it, in this economy, not going to happen. And, in another ideal world, I'd get one of the alligator cons. But I don't see the point to it now. Again, this is a really fun set. It is really cool to play with. It's going to look fantastic up on the shelves as a cool little display feature. Now, I do wish this whole set wasn't made out of cardboard, because cardboard, of course, will deteriorate. But but hopefully one day somebody makes a nice little replacement for it. Until now, it's going to look really cool up on the shelves. So thank you much for watching. Again, tomorrow, the Cyberverse RC figure review will be going online, and then I might be doing some Marvel stuff for you guys. So hit like, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you very much for watching.